Welcome. Welcome to what might be the second one of these interludes. As mentioned in all of the others, I don't know in which order I'm going to put these up, but um, so these are a series of little interludes, dream sequences that your characters are going to be getting. This is happening right before you enter the Tomb of Annihilation, as the Tomb of the Nine Gods, after Fenthaza, came in and gave her ultimatum, basically. So a bit tense, but well, dreams are dreams. To repeat the rules for those watching, these are dream rules. So this is a conversation dealing with your character's backstory, so Sorsha's backstory. The person that you are going to be talking to is a person you trust enough to discuss your past, maybe even reveal some secrets. Anything that might happen strange or coincidence or a bit weird, if I say you just move along, you're in a mind state, you're in that mind fugue, you don't necessarily notice them, and you'll just move on, go with the flow. This is very much a go with the flow sort of imagination. No dice rolls, nothing to indicate needing. This is just pure narrative. However, at the end of it, when you will wake, you will remember this conversation as clearly as it had happened. And you are free to discuss, dissect, divulge any piece of that conversation you might want with the other players and or characters. Right. Any questions so far?
Not one.
No. Okay. So let's start. You dream. You find yourself at a table. There's a anxious energy about. As you find yourself within Trollskull Manor, the bar, tavern, home that you had set up in Waterdeep. The hours are late. The tavern itself mostly empty by now. But standing around in your conspiracy nook are a fair amount, maybe a half a dozen of very eclectic characters. One a noble, the other one a soldier, a guard, specifically from the Waterdavian Watch. Another seemingly a person of the cloth, and the last one a bartender. These are your people, the exiles in different robes and different roles that they've been given for the past month or so. You're unsure. But something, and you were discussing there's a map on the table, arguments going forwards, but their voices are a blur, unimportant, as you rub the ridges of the top of your nose and step out. You need a break. The roaring fire seems to call to you, as in offering comfort. It is a heat that is both familiar and safe, as opposed to the one that you know from the jungle. Wait, what jungle? No matter. There are two cushioned seats that you know very well. And as you sit down in the first one, you feel that, again, that level of comfort, seating, and the warmth of the fire. A voice comes from right beside you. As a half-elf, his hands marked by years of work. The smell of him is of cedar, pine, and other woods. This is Tally. Rough night?
Don't tell me about it.
Well, you looked a little bit lost there among the others. Sit with me
Sometimes I guess.
Sit with me for a while. It will do you well to take your mind off that.
All right. Why not?
Actually, I wanted to bring something by you. Vendetta has a new supplier from the south.
Oh,
Yeah, she's been handing these. I starting to get a taste for it, but maybe a bit exotic for most. He opens. There are two wine glasses set in the table between the two chairs. And as he starts pouring, you notice that next to the chair is your lute. As he's pouring, you notice that the liquid is dark, dark yellow, almost brown. The nose of it is sweet with honey, but acrid with other herbs, almost medicinal. And he says, "Oh, well, if you want to pick up and play a bit, I see no reason not to."
Oh, if you wanted a show, you could only ask for it.
Oh, no, not a show. Just
Oh, you wanted more.
something to keep us in the mood.
And she grabs the lute, a bit amused by, how can I say, by the candor of Tally, even though he's with Vendetta now. And softly she begins to just play some notes calmly.
The familiar weight of the lute, the warmth of the wood sort of fills your hands. And soon enough, the room starts playing with your sound. You know that this is a one way. It is easy for a bard of some talent to make the room theirs, and this is very much you taking ownership of the space. But the space is not. You know also how to play to make sure that you own this corner of the tavern and not the whole thing. The voices, if any, you could hear from the din from that niche corner, forgotten. It's just you, the fire, Tally, and your lute. As he's put the bottle down, taken up his glass, and sort of trying to look through it, sort of admiring, he's playing with the glass. Very much in a manner that Vendetta has probably taught him. This is not something that he knew a few months ago. Takes a sip and says, I remember when that instrument passed through my hands. It was an honor, you know. Even more so to see it now.
I'm glad it is you who made the base of it, the heart of it.
Yes, well. It's funny, because I did not make the heart. I chose the wood. Certainly. But it was grown from a seed to a tree to a plank to this now.
Yes.
And
But you
isn't
forged it.
my
And it
point?
served me well.
Well, my point is all of that and the magic that you are pulling from those strings, all that started with a seed. Growing, changing, in other people's hands, perhaps. But how far and how near is that instrument to that initial seed? I wonder.
It lived.
True.
It changed. But I guess it's the same.
And how about you?
Hmm.
Where's that seed? Where did that seed grow?
Wow. I used to be very different from now. I used to have big dreams for my kind. I still have them, but they are more naive, I would say, because I wanted to change the world by talking my way through it. And it worked for a long time. But when things began to turn to shit, well, words were not enough. And for a bard, believe me, that's not an easy thing to admit. And I still had things to protect. I couldn't be naive anymore. I wasn't allowed to.
I'm not sure that I would agree with that. Were you ever really naive? Or just playing with the instruments that you had at the moment? Playing for a different audience, maybe?
I don't know. I think I wanted something else, but if I had forced my way to stay with those big ideas, I would have lost a lot. So I guess that I just made a choice.
Less impact, but for more important cause.
I sacrificed a bit of me to protect parts of me I couldn't stand losing, I guess.
He has a there's a look from as he looks up to the chair where draped over one side the cloak that he gave you is sort of leaned over. It is a way of walking forwards to leave things behind, but they still are there.
Is it?
I
I
still
feel
have
it very far right now.
And yet, you are here.
Yes. You would be lonely if not.
And he turns around to look towards the bar where drinking, sort of maybe, you see Vendetta, this red-skinned tiefling, a horn adorned with golden thread, very ostentatious, very... The way she's dressed is almost attracting the eye towards her. Very different to the modest Tally that you've known. And he says, "No, you're not alone. And I'm not either."
Well, you found yourself some good company.
"And you did not?"
Oh, yes. Yes. I guess companies that accepted me for who I am. So, how scary it might be.
But that was not always the case, was it?
What do you mean?
Being the person that I am, I listen, I hear. You are not of Waterdeep, but under.
True.
Do you still remember things from then?
Some mostly the most scary or the most sweet things. I don't remember the things in between, to be honest.
Take it from someone who has lived and will live a long life. The moments in between, we do not hang on because we take them for granted. I know now that every morning where I wake up next to that woman there, I have to cherish, because one day she might not be there. But it does not mean that I see the end as a loss. Every step is important. Every morning, every evening. And I am made of those moments. And I think you are too. The sweet and the sour.
Makes a nice cocktail.
Well, I don't know about this.
I raise the glass.
He lifts it up as well. But it takes some getting used to, I think. As he drains the last bit of the cup, grabs the bottle, and pours another around.
Necro test, but seems you come back for it. Huh? Reminds me also of something.
Yes, well, your meddling has been influential. Let's put it that way. I will not complain about it. On occasion, she'll thank you, others she'll curse you for inflicting me upon
Hmm.
her?
Well, you picked her, or she picked you, I don't know. But I just pushed you out of your limits.
True. Is that something you've done to yourself then? Or are you still safe?
I'm most definitely not. I. When you're on the verge of either you losing yourself or losing everything anyway, things start to be a bit complicated and easy in the same time because you get less choices. But it doesn't mean it's easy in any way.
Why should it be?
Because easy sometimes is good. Sometimes.
But what makes things easy? Preparation? Skill?
No. This thing most definitely gives you more trouble. My talents helped me, but that's what put me in danger, really. My specificity, my talent, how you call it.
Your choices? Who you
My
are?
choices, really. I was born with danger just by coming to the world. So, yes, sometimes I long for easy because I never really knew it a bit in this tavern, which is a bit my easy way, my peace. But otherwise, when has it been easy? Never. I've been
Trust.
hunted down. Sorry.
Go. Speak.
I've been hunted down since the day I was born. Even that I'm not sure because I got new information. I don't know what to think of it. Is my hunter really my hunter? I think so, but maybe some people I love lied. People lie, you know?
I do.
So I don't know what to make of it. Doesn't change my goals, but it doesn't help.
You feel lost.
Oh, that, yes, for sure. Most definitely.
Well, then, think upon this. Every step you took, be it by influence or by personal choice, by necessity or by whim, those you can trust. The way the others walk their path is to their own. Trust in yourself. Trust in your choices. For they are what will inform the next step you take. Those who walk alongside you they have their own demons, their own path, their own step. But do not fear to let them in.
That I don't. Naturally, I mean, I feel confident enough to show them my true face, literally. So I trust them. And I'm not afraid of them, of trusting them.
As you look down to your ungloved hands playing the lute, you notice they have the pale white of your true form. And you can see your reflection, those dark eyes, pale skin, flowing hair. You can see it in the reflection of the bottle. And I appreciate you showing yourself to me.
I don't want to hide anymore. Because hiding brings more fear. By hiding, you hide from you hide from a lot of things. I do not wish to hide anymore.
A path different from that of your people.
Yes, most definitely. I think I'm a bit of a weirdo for my kind. I mean, Caleb told me that so many times.
There is risk in change.
There is also in staying the same, not evolving. But by changing, if the change is something you long for, why not embrace it?
True. He turns his head towards the nook where you realize that when you left the curtain open. And you can see a map again, your family, your folks discussing and pointing towards what seems now evident to be a map of Skullport. And Tally says, and now you find yourself at the eve of a raid, delving deep into an enemy stronghold. Why?
Because I told you running away is not the solution. An enemy, you can't run from it all your life, or you're a victim all your life. You must face things. And I don't want to be running all my life.
But surely others, allies. You have met the mighty of the city. Surely a favor asked here and there? An expedition that would keep you safe? No, not safe. You don't want safe. More efficient. Why not call on the Blackstaff to rend that place asunder manipulate the churches to send down their holy crusaders. Surely they would be interested in the target.
I mean, we will probably ask for help, but not the help of a massacre. Because how awful it might be, it is still a family business with question to be answered. You can't have that when you wreak havoc into someone's house. So I'm gonna take what I need and decide for myself.
That is your path.
Plus, the upside world is not ready for the downside. Really not. Parts of it, yes, I hope so. But a massacre will not accomplish that. More understanding.
So you trust yourself to be this blade, this needle, to strike with as little waves as possible?
Do I? I don't know. But is there any other path to achieve my goals? There is things you must do yourself with the help of friends, allies. But they can't do everything. You have to do things for yourself.
True enough.
And take risk. I mean, when I wrote to you that letter, ah, I wanted to help. Surely I didn't understand everything, but I took a risk trying to do good. You never know what may come out of it, but you can always try in life and see what comes of it.
One step at a time. He sort of stretches along the... sort of looks at the bottle again and says, definitely developing a taste for this thing. He sort of places the bottle down and says, but I need to go. I see Vendetta is calling for me, and I have a few things I need to be ready by for tomorrow. Farewell, Sorsha Dragon Singer. May each step of your way be a dance.
Farewell, Tally. See you soon enough, and don't drink all of the bottles.
Oh, this one I leave to you. His footsteps sort of mark as he towards the exit. You hear a giggle coming from vendetta as the doors of the tavern sort of open and close. You can hear the familiar winds of Waterdeep outside. As you reach for the bottle, fill your glass once more, you notice the sticker and the seal upon the. You notice a sort of a round face with white and black markings. Strange. But you pour yourself a glass. As you drain it, you step back up and walk towards the nook where 5 familiar faces look towards you. And you get back to planning. You awaken. The memory of the heat of the fire of Trollskull Manor gone, replaced by the oppressive, humid heat of Chult. You were the last one to hold watch. And as you look around, there's still that taste, that honey taste, that honey wine that you have on your lips. Maybe a bit of nostalgia as the familiar cloak, Tally's gift, is wrapped around you to push away the humidity. Heinrich is there in a corner, writing at his books. Artis thinking about whatever he might be thinking, humming an old song. It's time to get ready.
It is.
And that's where we'll leave off. Thank you.